welcome to the 5th edition recap here live at the lounge. Let's see, week 5 brought some major high scores, but only one took home the prize. We're going to start today with Sherman's March against Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Oh man, Sherman's March. He ran into a brick wall this week. Coach Doug couldn't do anything wrong. Aaron Rodgers, 28.7 points. Odell Beckham, 27.4. Cardinals D got 17 points. Sony Michael, he was across the board. He totaled out at 148.9 points. Not quite high score of the week, though. We'll get to that a little later. Sherman's March, I mean, Ben did what Ben did. Hopkins is finally producing. Zach Ertz, my top scorer. Rest of the team, not much to talk about here. I lose. I go to 2-3. I'll face Coach Tim next week, who's 1-4. So Sherman's March against Abusement Park next week. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, he takes the victory and goes to 3-2. He will face Coach Brady and Gabe next week, who are 2-3. Okay, let's go to Coach Brady and Gabe. Pottstown Rat Bastards against PB&J. PB&J takes them down, 108 to 82.3. Not quite the low score of the week, though, folks. Pottstown Rat Bastards. Patrick Mahomes, 15.8. AJ Green, 14.2. Goose Egg out of Anunua. Goose Egg's always hurt. Trust me, I know. PB&J, though, Jimmy and Paul. Deshaun Watson, 21 points. Zeke, 11.9. Devontae Adams, 24.5 points. Double digits out of Tyreek Hill. Gronk, totaling him out at 108 points. He takes the victory. He goes to 3-2. He will face Dig My Bucker in week 6, who is 2-3. Pottstown Rat Bastards will face Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood in week 6. Okay, moving on to All Day Abusement Park. It's such a tough name to pronounce here. Against Just Bless 'Em. Coach Ron takes the victory at 152 points and the high score over Coach Tim's 95.6. That is Just Bless 'Em's second high score. Only 5 weeks, second high score. That's $200 to Coach Ron. One more, he's basically playing for free. That $100 a week high score, man, that's really what you want to shoot for here. Okay, Abusement Park. Cam Newton. Gurley was always the stud, 31.3 points, but a goose egg out of the Rams defense. A goose egg out of Mason Crosby. Oh my God, this guy missed everything. While I watched a 63-yarder in New York. I'm sure all you fans know about that. I'm sorry, it wasn't New York, it was an away game, but they lost nonetheless. Just Bless 'Em. Where do I start? I'm going to list them all. Phillip Rivers, 21 points. James Conner, 32 points. Hines picks this guy up, gets 12.5 points. Antonio Brown, last week with Antonio Brown, trade approved. All trades were approved there last week. Everybody had a chance to vote. So Coach Ron is losing Brown, and he's getting Bell. Let's see, 25.1 points out of Brown. Keenan Allen, 13.5. Jordan Reed was his only real loser here, 2.6. Bengals, 24 points. And Just Bless 'Em, 9.4. Dan Bailey even got him 11 points. 152 points and the victory. 2-3 though, nothing really to brag about. He's going to face the Bird's Nest next week. Coach Brad, who's 4-1. All Day Abusement Park will face me next week, 2-3. So Coach Tim is 1-4. He's going to face the 2-3 Sherman's March in week 6. Okay, moving on. Dig My Bucker, G5, Big Dick Players. Oh, G5. 121 points out of G5, but 129 out of Dig My Buckers. That makes 2 in a row for Dig My Buckers. Last time I checked, that is a win streak. Let's see, Dig My Buckers. Tom Brady, 27 points. David Johnson, 20. McCaffrey, 17.8. Double digits out of Diggs, Sanders, Kittle. Team's finally coming alive. G5, though, man, this is 7 points margin of victory here, or maybe 8 points. He's had some close games this week. Barclay really was his 26.9 was a top scorer, but Ebron, topped him at 27 points. Kirk Cousins didn't do what Kirk Cousins can do, 14 points. Nothing else really to talk about here. 121.5 points, not going to do it against Dig My Bucker. Dig My Bucker will face PB&J next week, who is 3-2. So the 2-3 Dig My Buckers face Jimmy and Paul next week. G5 Big Dick Players will face Belichick's Hoodies, who their reign went down this week. They are now 4-1. G5, who's 2-3, will face them in week 6. Okay, moving on to the final, the big game of the week. The Bird's Nest against Belichick's Hoodies, and it wasn't even close. Oh, Belichick's Hoodies, 68.5 points. I think so far that is the lowest score. An undefeated team. Anything can happen here, guys. Any given Sunday. Bird's Nest, monster performance here. Drew Brees, 27.2. Melvin Gordon, 20 points. TJ Yeldon, you can thank Mike Fournette for these points, 22.2 points. I heard they're picking up Jamal Charles. My God, I thought that guy was dead and retired. Okay, Julio Jones not doing what Julio Jones can do. Very disappointing. Adam Thielen, though, 21.1 points, total in 123. But Belichick's Hoodies, I don't even know. I mean, you got 2 minus points here. I guess if you're going to have this happen, you might as well have it happen all in 1 week. Robbie Gould, -1. Broncos, -2. Their Kamara, their stud, 5.4 points. I have no idea where he was. I guess Ingram's back. Who knows how that's going to affect Kamara. Stafford 15.2, but I mean I totaled this up at 68.5 and a loss. So Belichick's Hoodies is now 4-1. The Bird's Nest are now 4-1. They are top of the leaderboard here, guys. They're the ones that we're going to be chasing. So the Bird's Nest will face Just Bless Them 2-3 next week, and Belichick's Hoodies will face the 2-3 G5. Okay, I want to go over the standings here. Let's see if I can do this quickly. Probably not. While I got you here, obviously I'll be uploading this to YouTube tonight. Hopefully I'll have it out to you tomorrow morning. Hopefully you're enjoying the recaps. As you can see, the wheel didn't quite get it finished, but I promise you, next week the wheel will be active. We're going to do some fun stuff on the wheel. Okay, so, well, tied for first place, we just went over, was the Bird's Nest and Belichick's Hoodies. They are both 4-1. We then have a 2-way tie in second place, which is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhoods and PB&J, both 3-2. Then we got this mud that we're stuck in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2-3 teams. Dig My Bucker, Just Bless Them, G5, Pottstown Rat Bastards, yours truly. Coach Tim. 1-4. He's got sole possession. If there's a positive there, it's sole possession, but it's 10th place. All right, folks, that is the recap for week 5. I'll come back at you in week 6. I will have the wheel running. Hopefully you're enjoying the league. I know I am. We'll see you next week.